Hey everyone, welcome back to Tuck Your Shirt In, the podcast where we dig up the stories that would send the school board running.
We're bringing you tales from every corner of the classroom, from students, teachers, and even the class pet.
You're tuned in to Tuck Your Shirt In with me, John Hassan, my brother Luke Hassan, and our producer, and the only guy who still gets detention, Scott Burrows.
And before we dive in, we just want to say a thank you to everyone listening who's checking out our YouTube, which seems to be very popular. You can follow us on our socials at TUCKYOURSHIRTINPOD. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and make sure to send us your stories as well. We are loving the stories sent in, but we want more. We want to hear all the awkward stories, the funny stories, and the stories that would embarrass your grandma. So, yeah, on the back of what John said, let's get into it.
Specifically the grandmas.
Yeah. I don't think mums care as much nowadays. But don't tell my mum anything.
Yeah. I was speaking to mum the other day and she'd listened to episode 2, Luke, and she was a bit like, I didn't know that about Luke.
Yeah. Yeah. She just said that to me as well. It's horrible.
Finding out some bits and pieces.
Don't worry, there's plenty more. Oh, this makes my stomach
a bit queasy. It's going to be a good one, this one, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, man. Maybe you can go instead this week, John.
Nah, it's all right. I think I've heard you've got a gold mine, so yeah.
Who went last week?
I don't remember.
So.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Oh, mine are going to be disgusting. But yeah, that's fine. That seems to go down well with the listeners. So I'll take that. I'll take a hit.
What have you,
John, I know you've
been doing.
Oh, me? Well, I've been keeping up the gym. I know it's a reoccurring theme. Had a bit of an incident. I went to the gym the other day. It was a good session, to be fair, a really good workout. But I'd actually forgotten my towel to shower because I was quite sweaty. I did go and ask if they had a towel at the reception. I'm not stupid. But they hadn't got any on sale, which I think would be a good thing to sell, really, or to rent out. So luckily I take a hoodie with me in the mornings when I go. It's like 6 a.m. So I just had to use my hoodie to dry myself. I just turned it inside out and gave myself a good rub down.
That does not sound enjoyable.
It's not the first time I've done that as well.
So when did you realise that you'd forgotten the towel?
When I got into the changing room after the session.
So you hadn't had a shower or anything at that point? You didn't know?
Okay,
no, he realised when he went to blow his nose and thought...
I haven't got my towel to blow my nose on.
So I had to have a hoodie towel dry, but it's fine. The hoodie goes a bit gross when you sort of have to be tactical with like a bit of a sleeve for like one pit, and then like the hood for your face. That's quite good because it's quite fitting. You can use the reverse hood, and then some, and then your bottom bits, your bits and your. You're looking at me so blankly.
I just don't.
Because you try and normalise it every time you do something strange. You try and make it seem like that's the obvious thing to do.
I just don't know how to feel about these situations you keep getting yourself into.
But that wasn't all, actually. I like to get my bits and pieces out once I've tried to know what I'm going to put on. But it turns out I forgot.
That sounded so much worse.
I like to get my bits and pieces out.
I just like to just walk around my bits and pieces hanging out. Just a bit of free. Like to wear it out, make sure everything's.
I do. Well, I have to because I forgot my towel.
Oh God!
But I'd also forgotten my boxer shorts as well. And they definitely don't sell boxer shorts. I know that.
Did you check?
I did check. No, I didn't check.
What's out bits and pieces hanging? You guys sell boxer shorts?
Yeah, I didn't want to get my trousers on yet because they weren't dry. No, I didn't go out. But I had quite an important day session to get to at work. So I thought I definitely can't go without any boxers on. So I had to go home first to get my boxers, which did make me quite late.
So
but
you could have just gone home and had a shower at home. You didn't have to go through the whole hoodie ordeal in the first place.
Yeah, I guess that would be. That's also a possibility. But I didn't realise about the boxers at that point. Yeah, so these things happen. I haven't forgot my boxers since, which is good news. And I haven't forgot my towels
like that Bear Grylls meme, like improvise, adapt. Like,
yeah. You know what? I should have just nicked someone else's boxers out their bag.
Oh gosh. Why? I feel like your gym is just going to go like massive decline in numbers of people going every week, and it's all going to be going because of you. Like we'll be like in a year's time, we'll be talking about like, oh, Luke, how's the gym going? Oh yeah, it's closed. My the gym I used to go to.
There's been incidents of boxer theft. Yeah. So that was my week at the gym. John, you've been I know you did a gig the other night. How'd it go?
Yeah, it was all right. I've done quite a few since we last spoke. But
have you? Where else have you been?
I can't remember when we last did chat, but I've done. I don't really know how much detail to go into. I'll probably just talk about the most recent one, or should I?
Yeah, just tell us. Yeah, tell us the most recent one.
Tell us.
Yeah, so I did one on Thursday in Bearwood. And it was with the guy whose comedy course I did a year ago. He's running the night. Yeah. So that was nice to see him again. It's sort of almost a year since I did the course. So, but yeah, I got there and it was all the regulars in there. But I think the average age was quite high. I don't think there was a person in there under the age of about 55. I think that was probably the youngest person in there, which made for an interesting audience. But they were really nice. They were really good fun.
Nice.
And the other people on were great as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice because it was an actual pro night this time. So there's a decent audience in, not like the usual open mic. So yeah, it was good.
Did you get to do your Reform UK humour?
Yeah, I turned it into a bit of a far right rally. That's how my gigs.
Did you get them all on your side?
Yeah, let's say they were quite old, and you know the old people
cheering.
Tend to yeah.
I like this blue head. Blue head.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't like the blue head.
No, no.
Blue eyes, blonde hair.
Yeah,
boy.
It was actually
saying
weirdly,
all the right things.
All three of us on the lineup were blonde haired and blue eyed. Actually, coincidentally.
Maybe they thought they were coming to something else. Is this the by-election? Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, it was on the day of the elections as well, wasn't it? That's
was it?
Quite the coincidence. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you did your job.
Well, yeah.
You did well. Yeah.
You did. They'd probably come straight from the ballot box, or went straight there after, either or. Yeah.
Nice. How about you, Scott? Anything going on?
Went to Thorpe Park earlier this week.
It was
good fun. Which was it was fairly quiet. We had a few queues, but nothing too major. But yeah, it was good fun. It was really warm. It was so warm, and like that park just seems to have like no shade unless you're actually in the ride, and it's just it was horrible. But really enjoyed it. It was great because we did like the water rides to start with. So I was just drenched for like the whole day, but kind of that kept me cool for most of the day.
It was your birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was your birthday weekend.
It was my birthday. Oh God, on the 26th, whenever that was.
Yeah.
I think it was the Saturday. So yeah, it was kind of like a nice little birthday treat. We drove down. We took half a day on the Monday. Drove down and spent like 3 hours, and then stayed in the accommodation on site of Thorpe Park. Yeah, so they've got these little like shipping containers. Which
you sure you weren't being like transported
somewhere? No, like they were
taken.
They were. What's the best way to describe it? They were cozy. They were really cozy. There wasn't a lot of space in them. But Laura's brother and his partner came down as well. So
did they get taken?
No, they managed to survive as well. But we're all in this same little room, and it was it was a squeeze. It was a squeeze. I would definitely suggest if you do it again, just if anyone was to do it, just
stop at a hotel.
Stop at a hotel, or take the only benefit was it did have aircon and stuff. So actually, on those days where it was really warm, we did turn the aircon off, and after about 20 minutes, I was absolutely dying. I was like, "Turn it back on, turn it back." I couldn't.
It's nice to get a sweat on though. Sometimes, don't you think?
Yeah, no, it was lovely. We had a great time, and it was nice to. It was a good experience. I'd never been to Thorpe Park. I'd done Alton Towers and Drayton Manor and like Blackpool.
It's well good, man. It's like Alton Towers, but condensed into like a small little area.
I also enjoyed the fact that there aren't that many kids rides, so there weren't that many like really young kids.
Yeah,
there.
it's quite intense stuff, isn't it? I think me and John went with our friends Vince and Cal years ago. That was like a really hot day as well.
Yeah, we look like the in-betweeners in the photos.
Oh yeah, we do like in-betweeners actually.
Yeah, maybe we can add that to socials for this episode.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah,
it's a good way of.
That's a good idea. I can put your face onto like Vince or Cal.
Quite like to get Vince and Cal on here. Actually, I think they'd be good, interesting guests. I'm sure they've got some stories. Yeah,
well, I do actually. Yeah, Vince. I was trying to get a story off Vince because I won't give it away on here, but it's when we found his shoe filled with blood on a spiked gate.
That was when I came to visit.
Oh, was it? Yeah. I wanted him to come and tell it because I was trying to piece it together, but I was like, I can't remember what happened. But that was the start of the story, and I was like, oh, this is awful. It was just full of blood. It's like Alan Partridge when he gets stuck on the gate. Damn. Right. Anyway, well. Okay, so it's my turn this week. As we said at the head of the episode, I might need to put my glasses on for this. So I've got some notes written down, prepared. So this is a part of the episode where we relive the, I'd say for this one, the fun and the horror from our previous years in education, in life, exploring our adolescence. So this one, for the listeners, is another story with my school friends. So if you listen to previous episodes, you know how those trips usually end. There's no Swiss roll on this one, luckily. But we'll just see what happens, won't we? I'll go into it. I'll take you through the journey we had on our first proper lads holiday to Newquay. So on the back of Ross on Wye, the next year we thought we need to venture out a little bit further, and I think Newquay is a popular one, isn't it, for like all 16-year-olds? It's like a coming of age place to go. We started off right by going to the old Birmingham coach station. Do you remember that? The old Birmingham coach station.
Not really, no, I don't think so.
If I paint a description for you, so it's a bit like, imagine like Breaking Bad, like cinematography, so like really grim. And then imagine like strip lighting, like you'd have in like our school from like a maths room, and cross that with a crack den. That is the old Birmingham coach station. Absolutely the grimmest place in the world. So we all got a coach down to Newquay, met there, and that was a really nice grim start to the holiday. I can't quite remember what happened on the coach, in all honesty, but I can't imagine the toilet was up to any good with a group of another like 20, 16-year-olds. So we stayed at an under-18s hostel, which is a bit of a party hostel. So no over 18s could stay there, so couldn't be any bad stuff happening. It was ran by a middle-aged Austrian man who had quite a strong Austrian accent.
What's his name? You remember?
I can't remember his name. No. I can't remember it. But if he's listening, if he ever gets to listen to this, I would like to speak to him again. It was just he was a nice guy actually, and he like got involved with us. Seems weird now, doesn't it? But he was a nice dude. It had like a downstairs of a little social room with like a pool table, a telly and a DVD player and a CD player, so you could have your own music on and stuff. And there's a few other groups of people there, which was quite nice. Of course, I think the first night we got there, we went out to get some drinks. And in preparation for this holiday, we thought, if we want to get some drinks, we're going to have to be able to get IDs so we can go to the co-op and buy them and get to a bar. So we had done prior preparation with this. I think with my friend who got them, I think a few of us got these IDs from fakeid.com. I'm not sure that exists now, but I remember having going to the post office, getting passport photos, sending them off, and then returning us with a national UK ID.
Yeah, they weren't because they weren't driving licenses or passports.
Not driving license, it's an ID.
Because I remember you could use illegal. You could use like student cards to like ID for your age, couldn't you? Like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If anyone doesn't know, there's a time around 2008 where IDing wasn't really like a thing so much. Like no one really cared. Like as long as you had something with your name on or you said the correct date of birth, it didn't really matter. After that, they like cracked down, didn't they, and started doing the American thing.
They bought all the Think 20. I think
that's it. Yeah,
like Think 21 or something.
Yeah,
like
that was all it. And you had to show your license and to a lot of places like take cap. Yeah,
again,
like that thing didn't exist then. So we'd got them in prepared. I remember the first time trying to use them, we went to the co-op and we were buying like crates of beer. Like it's really obvious. Like we didn't just get like a couple of beers. We were buying like 4 or 5 crates, bottles of Southern Comfort vodka. And she's like, we got ID. And we just showed them these things. We were like shaking with nerves. Like, oh my God. And we pretended like we weren't with each other. Like clearly we were. And all at these like checkouts, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's fine, no problem. What are you doing tonight?" "Yeah, just going to see the wife. Probably have a little quiet night."
Were you having a house party? Yeah,
we look so young, like really, really young. But it worked. So that was our first foray into fake IDs and cheating the system. I think the first night was a big night of just a blowout, and I think it was the first night I drank Southern Comfort. And I just spewed all into the loo. Absolutely vile. I've never drank Southern Comfort to this day. But that gives you a sort of like outline of where this holiday was going. So I'm just going to go through some of the things that happened because just a lot happened on this holiday. And it doesn't seem real, but it is. It's a little bit worse than In-Betweeners, I think. So I think the first night we got a poker set out. And the Austrian man came to join us.
Oh, God.
And he was telling us about his life and what he's been doing. I think he used to teach skiing. I think in the off season, he kept going, in the off season, we went skiing. And he goes skiing when it's winter. But I don't know where he learned English or he had great English, but he just swore at really inappropriate things all the time. He'd be like, "Yeah, I went skiing in the fucking off season," and right, right, is that okay? You must have just said it by mistake. And then he'd be like, "Oh, let's play some fucking polka." Everything he said was just inappropriately swore. Yeah, that was dead weird. And then he said the previous group who had been there, I think a couple of weeks before, had bought industrial cans of baked beans and just covered the floor in it and made a bean like lava floor. You know, if the floor is lava, but it's beans, just like industrial cans of baked beans from like Costco or Macro. I don't really know where. God. I don't really know.
Does Macro still exist?
Well, it did then. I can tell you that. I don't know if it exists. It's probably Costco now, isn't it? Yeah, what an odd thing to do, just making a floor of lava beans. Good idea, actually. It was giving me some ideas. I think, should we go and get some beans? Imagine having to clear that up. I think, and then I think the first or second, I think probably the second night, we tried to go to one of the clubs. And the club then was Tall Trees. I don't think it's there anymore. I think it got knocked down. But again, like clubs didn't care how old you were really, as long as you had something or you just lied about your age. And we went in, it was a big foam party. and it was really cool. And I think it was also when like laughing gas was legal and they sold it in clubs, and you could pay like a couple of quid and have a laughing gas balloon. I know it's like very illegal now.
I remember. I remember those.
Yeah. And it's just like available, and you could just buy them. And I remember we were having like loads of laughing gas, and that was absolutely wild. And this big foam party was happening. I remember we were like dancing all in the foam, and I think I had like a sexy snog with someone. Could have been a boy, could have been a girl. Can't tell. It's covered in foam.
It was definitely JJ.
Probably. Have you ever had a foam party before?
Yeah, I just remember. Yeah. I don't really remember the foam party. I just remember feeling how I felt the next day. Like you just get
clean.
I just felt disgusting.
Yeah,
I felt so, and I felt so ill. Had like proper like. I think one of the only ones I ever went to was in my freshers week at uni, and it was just like the whole week after that was just like freshers flu and just
it's spread around in the moisture.
Shit. Oh god, felt so ill after that. Like still out every night till like 4 a.m.
Yeah,
which, true.
Maybe that didn't help.
Oh god, yeah. But I swear that was everyone says the same about like foam parties.
Yeah. I couldn't breathe. Like I just remember like trying to like starting to choke. I was like, I'm just breathing in foam. I'm gonna die. But I know we had they used to. I don't know if they still take pictures in clubs, but they took pictures in clubs and you could buy them like laminated, a little laminated photo. And our friend Dave Burton still has the photo in his wallet and he carries it around still. It's awesome. I might see if I can get that picture as well. Actually, that might be a good one. I could do like a few I could post like a board, like a little holiday mood board. I could do that as like the cover maybe for the YouTube. Yeah, I'll put it in the Discord as well. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh god. Actually, that's quite a bad image. I'll show you another time. I just remembered what's in it. Yeah, so wild, man. These 16-year-old kids. I couldn't imagine like sending my 16-year-old to do this sort of stuff. And what else did we get up to? There was a Burger King, so we spent a lot of the time at Burger King. Mostly all our meals were at Burger King. Where JJ got banned from the Burger King because he was so drunk. One of like the 3 times I've ever seen him actually like drunk beyond his means.
JJ is one of the most like composed people normally.
I know.
Quite intrigued to see that.
Very composed.
He just kept trying to go in all of the areas and sort of closed off for cleaning, and he just kept going in. And then like he was crawling under the gate as they were shutting it. Just vivid memories of that. He's going, no, I want a Whopper. I want a Whopper. A double. I want a double Whopper. A double Whopper. And he just kept saying it sounded like a toddler. And then when we got back to the hostel, we were playing pool, and we were trying to play against each other. And then he just started potting the black into the white. I said, no, mate, it's not that way around. And he was just like adamantly convinced, because just shut up. It's the black into the white, you idiot. Like, it just wouldn't stop. I've just never seen him that drunk before. Yeah.
That might have been the worst impression of JJ I've ever heard.
It's close enough. Oh, yeah. Laughing gas. Oh, I'm just going through all my notes. So there's so many like crazy things. What did we do? I think that night as well, I woke up really early, like 5 or 6 a.m. And I could just smell this like awful smell, and it's still like and you can just remember a smell like really distinctly, and it smelled like when sewage leaks. Yeah, that sewer leaks. Yeah. I could smell. I was like, oh man, something. I think like pipes are broken or something. Maybe there's something wrong with the pipes. Went in to check, and it, do you know Joff? I'm just going to say his name. No one will know who he is. And he'd just taken a massive dump, and he's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, that was me." I was like, "Oh my god!" I thought there was a sewerage problem. Honestly, I have not to this day smelt something as bad as that. Like, truly, he's alive still, isn't he? But what was coming out of him? It was like leak. I don't know. Yeah, that's torn me up pretty badly. That one stuck with me. That one still hurt me. I'll go on. I think we did some exploring one night. I know this is more a story, just like loads of little anecdotes. But I think we went.
It's good.
went for a bit of an explore one night. I think we couldn't get into some clubs, so we thought, let's go to the beach. That'll be a good idea. And along the way, I think we found a trolley. You used to get a lot more trolleys out and about, didn't you? You used to have those. They don't have those magnetic locks like they do now, or coins. I guess you can't. It's hard to rob trolleys when you haven't. Cash doesn't exist. So I think we found a trolley and we thought, would not be a good idea? We get all the empty crates we've drank, light them on fire, and just push it down a ramp onto the beach. That'll be a good idea. I think very jackass. We just lit this trolley on fire. I think some of us were jumping on it, and then we just rode it all the way down to the beach in Newquay. You've been to the beach in Newquay. It's like really high up, like really low down from the seawall.
How do you light a trolley on fire?
With all the crates of cardboard in it.
Right, okay.
Yeah. It's
okay,
like,
fair.
There's this massive like bonfire, threw it down, and like I guess we didn't really think that people might be down there. And it went all the way to the bottom. Luckily, everyone was fine. No one was hurt. I think someone rode it all the way to the bottom. And then there was some sort of...
Whilst it was on fire?
Yeah. Yeah, it's on fire.
So stupid.
I know, it's so stupid. When we got down there was like campfires going on and people were like singing with acoustic guitars. And then we sort of just joined in them. So it went from this like really extreme like violence metal music playing to just singing Kumbaya around a fire. So it's so different in the space of like 5 minutes. Yeah, that was real nice. I think we tried to do a fishing trip one day as well. So I mean, this is literally just the in-betweeners. I think maybe they were just following us around.
It's like the in-betweeners mixed with Gavin and Stacey. Like it
is a bit, isn't it?
You've got like the phone party from Gavin and Stacey, the fishing trip.
It's exactly. It's very true.
Mixing the jackass stunts like you've been doing as well. Yeah,
we're very millennial. Went for a fishing trip. However, we thought what would be a good idea is to have a big full English breakfast before we go out on the fishing trip. I think we'd had a bite and we actually were late for the boat. So we had to all run. Like we'd literally just finished eating, got on this boat to go fishing, got out to sea. And I was like, I am feeling very, very queasy right now. While the others were like catching mackerel. I thought, oh no, I'm going to go. Leant over the side, started horrifically throwing up. And then like a whole fried egg came out my nose. It hadn't even been chewed. I think it had either like recoagulated in my stomach and come back up. And it was like a whole massive fried egg like straight out. Oh, that was horrifying. Yeah. I can feel like, the little fried bits on the bottom of an egg. I can feel that touching my nose as it came out.
I don't think
that's me put off eggs for life.
Yeah. I don't think they can recoagulate. I think you must have just swallowed it whole. I think that's
swallowed it, just like vacuumed
it in. Suck that down. Yeah, that was a bad one. That was a bad sick. So that was the second or third time I was sick that holiday. I'm not keen on fishing, to be honest, nowadays. Anyway, and then what else did we do? We got up. I met this other couple was staying there. They must have been like 17 or about to turn 18.
This other couple, as though you were a couple.
I think there was a couple of people, and this couple were there, and they, I think they'd been on the fishing trip as well. I'm like, hey, dude, you're really cool. I really like your vibe. Like, and they were like, oh, do you want to come and have a smoke with us? I was like, okay, sure. So we went around the corner of these like garages and we're smoking. Some of the Mary Jane, and then they were like, "Oh, do you want to come and cook this fish with us as well?" So we just went back to the kitchen. You could cook your own stuff at this place as well, and they were just cooking this fish. Okay. So I get into weird situations.
Was it just you and this couple?
Yeah,
so weird. So weird. I mean, why were you like, why when they ask you, are you just like, yeah, I'm going to join. Yeah, this seems like a good idea. I'm like,
I'm just a yes man. I like to say yes to life. I like to take life with both hands.
I'm just picturing the scene of you just stood in the kitchen with her. There's just the three of you. And they're just
like. And I was just cooking this fish.
They didn't say anything. You're just talking, or they just stood there,
just chatting away, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I really like your vibe, man. Yeah, I really like your outfit. It's really cool." I was like, "Is it? I don't know." I'm 16. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, weird. I don't think I ate the fish in the end. I was like, "Oh, I want to give it a miss."
Yeah,
I was there while they were cooking it. Then I think the winds got really picked up one day. And we thought, bodyboarding would be a good idea because Nuki waves are pretty big, aren't they? Sometimes, especially when the winds are. You guys are getting like 6 feet. They're taller than us, so yeah, it's got to be 6 feet, hasn't it? At least. And we're doing it quite late. And I don't think we'd clocked like the tide was coming in because we're really going for it. And like it was really the best fun I've ever had, like doing bodyboarding because we can't surf. And it was really sending us back, and we were like, having the best time ever. And then like we realised, oh no, there's like all our stuff's in this little cove, and then we got like trapped in the cove because the tide was like pounding, like the tide was coming and pounding back. And we thought, oh, it's okay. There's some stairs over there. We'll be fine. And we look up and like, oh no, the stairs got like barbed wire all over it. And it's all like locked with big padlocks. No. It's like, oh God. And we're like, oh no, we're going to be out on the news, aren't we? Like 4 teenagers found dead, trapped in a Nuki cove. Because that's something that happens, isn't it? Like this stuff really happens. So like we had to sort of like cling to the rocks and like work our way back around onto like the main beach where you could get like back up to the seawall, and it was like slipping, just like scraping our legs and our toes on all these sharp rocks, and with the sea just like pounding you, because we did try and like swim out of it, but you just couldn't because it was so strong. And we eventually got back. Yeah, man, that was wild, but that was so much fun. And I think like one of the last nights, I was in a mood for some reason. I don't know why. I think someone used my phone to prank call someone, and I was just in a really big mood. And they're like, "Oh, we're going up to Seville." I was like, "I'm not going." I was just being a real nerd, and I was like, "I'm not going.
I'm not going. I'm staying with the couple.
I'm eating somewhere. I'm going somewhere else." And then I think me and JJ nearly got into a fight because he was like, "No, you're not. You're coming with us. Stop being weird." But I think I was a bit weirder when I was a bit younger. I'm not weird now.
Yeah, it's all sorted now. Yeah.
Anyway, so that was kind of like the holiday. So just a series of like random events. Pretty fun. Gotta say, pretty fun. I don't remember a lot of it, but that's what I do remember. I had to piece this together through like a few different people asking like what happened on this holiday. Yeah, but that's what happened anyway. So I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Scott, John, any thoughts on that one there?
Yeah, it sounds like they're living up to their animals' reputation, aren't they?
It sounds like classic Luke story, really. Maybe me and John on the next episode will talk you through our lads' holiday to Cavos.
Oh, that'll be good. Actually, that'd be a nice one.
We could break that down.
I think it's good now. It's the summer as well. It really fits in.
Yeah, fits the vibe well.
And I've noticed every one of Luke's stories involves some sort of toilet incident. I don't think there's one without it.
I know,
and that's even in just his normal weekly update. Something's happening.
Weekly update. Oh, when
dominates his
every
life.
Week ends up talking about going to the toilet, but
pretty much. I know. So enjoy, listeners. That's my friend the animals. I did text Jay actually. He texted me that I didn't listen to the podcast. And I said we were animals, weren't we? He was just like, yes. Really were. He was talking about getting Mr. Martin on. I was like, I don't know if it would be appropriate to have him on as a guest. I'm scared of what he'll say.
It'd be a heavily edited episode.
Yeah, just be redacted. So maybe we'll leave that one.
Tuck your shirt in redacted. We'll
in redacted.
Start aside a second episode.
Well, we'll launch the Patreon soon, and it can be a Patreon episode, so you don't get cancelled. Okay. Do you want to do an email this week, Scott, or should we? Because this episode's quite a long one.
Yeah, I've got quite a quick one. If we want to do a fairly quick one. Oh, sorry.
Let's do a quick one then. Oh, cat's butt.
Cat bum.
Yeah, I was going to say let's do a quick one then.
She's gone. Yeah, I'll get started. Let me get comfortable. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so this one is from Steve. So thank you, Steve, for writing into us.
Thanks, Steve.
And Steve went to our school and was a few years. He's actually in my sister's year. And he's actually married to my sister now, which is kind of crazy. So Steve used to have quite a good relationship with the English teacher, and they used to play pranks on her like fairly often. I won't name names because I can't remember which English teacher it was, and he hasn't written it down for me.
Wait, did they think they had a good relationship?
Yeah, they used to play pranks on her, and she used to take it quite well, and it was quite like they used to have like some friendly back and forth. Yeah. Between her and the whole class. So the one like they used to hide her pens for the whiteboard, like turn her pencil case inside out and put the stuff back inside it and zip it up and inside out. Like, yeah,
I like just, those petty things,
petty little pranks and stuff like that. And then one afternoon they went into their English lesson. It was that time of year of like coursework was due, so like teachers stressed, and she was like, no one's done it, sort of thing. And Steve thought it was a really good idea. Usually the classroom was locked, but before he went in, they went into the classroom. They were like lining up outside. She wasn't there yet because we used to have like 2 bells, didn't we? Like one to signify like, okay, start heading in, and then another one that was like,
oh, that rings a bell.
Yeah, and then another one that was like go into the classroom. So the first bell rang and like everyone would start heading towards classrooms. And Steve thought it was a really good idea to go and hide in the cupboard and was going to jump out when she did the register. So in the English classrooms, we used to have these little like just like little storage cupboard, wasn't it? So he went and got into the cupboard. She came into the room. She got the class in, and it was one of those periods of time where she was just getting really frustrated because they haven't done the coursework. So she started the lesson off with like an absolute bollocking to the class.
Wait, so he's in the cupboard at this time?
And he's in the cupboard at this time.
Oh my God, that's horrible. So I'd feel horrible.
Yeah. So he was waiting for the register to be done. Usually that's how she starts every lesson. Like he knows that's how she starts every lesson. He's waiting for it. It hasn't come. She's just gone straight into the bollocking of the coursework. So she's like losing her shit with people. After about 20 minutes, she's still not got to it. And Steve's like, I don't know what to do here. I don't know when to come out. Like he lets the main bollocking go. And he's like, I'm just gonna have to go out
and
just
slip
like
out, yeah.
So that's what he did. He just opened the cupboard, slipped out halfway through. Like she's still bollocking him about the coursework, and he just like slides out, goes and sits down.
No.
And like apparently, like he says that the whole room just stopped, and was just like. And like he's trying to do it like really stealthily, but couldn't, and had to sit down, and just like managed to get his way to a seat. Like everyone's just like in shock that this has happened, sort of thing. No one's laughing. Everyone's just like deadpan. Like teachers just dead staring into his seat. And then he's like, "Sorry, miss." All he said. She just carried on with the bollocking.
I can't deal with what just happened. I'm not sure what it was.
In that situation, I genuinely think I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's brilliant, to be fair.
Yeah. A real prank gone wrong, but
yeah.
Blink out. Sorry. Oh, it's horrible.
Oh, so awkward. But yeah, he was explaining this to me the other day, and he was like, "I'm going to put it in writing and send it in the email." I think that's one of the best ones we've had. So good, so funny.
Yeah.
I love that. I can really like empathize.
Yeah, I really wanted to have that on camera. Because I just think it's one of those situations that I think if you were to watch it live.
Oh yeah, that'd be a really good sketch. That'd be a great sketch.
It literally sounds like I could just imagine, like you say, the teacher can't comprehend what's happening. Why is he come out the cupboard?
Yeah.
And also the rest of the class as well are just like, what? He's been in there for ages.
Like you just think he was away though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I know.
You'd just be like, Stephen's not here today.
Did the class not know he was there either?
No, they did. It was in the afternoon. So like a few of his mates knew, and they were just waiting for it.
I guess they didn't tell anyone else.
They were just waiting for because she just came in. Like usually, he said like every week it was like in register. Boom.
Yeah. Well, she should have done the register, to be fair.
And she should have done. It's a after
you gotta
lunch legal requirement. But yeah, she.
It's like that episode of Always Sunny where they're hiding in the closet and they just walk out in the end. They're like, just walk out. I don't know how we get out of this. That's so mad. That's really good. That's one of the best ones we've had.
It's brilliant.
It's really good story. When he told me, I was howling when I read it earlier in the week. I was howling. I was like, yes, that is prime content.
Oh, I'm so glad you put that one on this week. That is amazing. Thank you very much, Steve. That might get the gold award. That's up there for me. We'll have to do a review at the end of the series of our top
rank the stories.
Yeah. That was awesome. Right. Well, we'll better cut it off because we've done a 40-minute this time of me rambling through my Nuki story.
It's good. It's good. People want it longer. That's the reviews you've had. So
okay, fair enough. Well, thank you everyone for listening. And do make sure to follow us on our socials. Get engaged with us, interact with us. We like to do a little hello on the socials as well. I know John did one this week, so thank you very much for sort of talking about me. A funny little story about me, John. It could have been one about yourself, really, couldn't it? So if you go to our socials, you'll find out what he was talking about. It's at TUCKYOURSHIRTINPod. And if you do have a story for us, you can drop it into our socials or send it to tuckyourshirtinpod@gmail.com, and our producer Scott will sift through those and read that out on air, hopefully. So thank you ever so much for joining us this week, and we'll see you soon. Check out the episode notes for all of our links, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.